Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about how to become a Power Plan Trades follower, a Chart Witness follower on Power Plan Trades. It's a unique small group of traders, and let me explain what I'm about first. And again, listen to this video carefully as I will be testing people, because I don't just let anyone into this group. I find that, but anyways, let's talk about what I'm about here. And one of the things I want to talk about is I make these plans, okay, and it's important when you have a good plan of action for direction of the market. A lot of people guess in the markets, but my style is these plans, and I just want to go over stuff that I said. Even though you can see this is part of the video anyway, so just listen along. And I'm going to click here. And I'm going to just click the SPY charts here. And this was the update I posted. But I posted this one. Let me just click this here. What happens is it'll blow up the chart. Okay, it just blows up again when you hit it, right? So here it is. So this one here I did post to my special followers on Power Plan Trades on September the 30th here. When the spiders were at this price. This is what I said. The SPY in my Apple and Google updates, code 44A. I explained how the market seemed like another bear trap action as key stocks failed to break down again while things looked bearish. Many are bearish right now, so a short squeeze higher from the price action I am seeing is very possible. However, confirmation is key. So as you can understand, if you understand what I said here, and this is important, I want to explain it. Sometimes maybe people don't read things or think about it carefully, but what I was saying was that based on, and how I came up with this is because I look at, I have these scans that I look at because I'm always looking for opportunities, and I noticed even though the market was bearish, now by the way, everyone was bearish at this time. Don't forget that the market was very, trust me, people, I look at the streams just to see, what the sentiment is, and the sentiment was very bearish, and a lot of professional pros were calling for this to drop down to 180. And here I am telling my followers, my special followers, about this and trade ideas. But then I also wrote this part here, the negative side, code 57B. SPY, on the negative side, the SPY needs to break below 188 and base below that point. The weaker it seems towards that price point, the odds will favor the bulls. Plus, we are watching a key stock. If it keeps rising instead of falling, that will be another good sign of this strong bounce. I look at things beyond what you see on the chart. Confirmation is key for real moves. Now, I want to explain this too because this is big as well. So basically, if you go back and look in the time, you study the time frames, and we were to go look back, let's just go look on the charts here on the SPY. So we're going to go to this time frame. I'm going to go on the charts, and I want to show you this here, okay? Because this is important to understand, because this is what I'm about, okay? I make plans. I don't just say things, right? So we're talking on the 30th. I said, what did I say? I said, now of course this is what happened, right? Didn't I say a squeeze was happening? However, it had to confirm it. It confirmed on the 2nd of October, of course. But I was saying that if the market would not show power to the downside, could not show much power to the side, that would be bullish, right? See? So let's go back to that point here. Power trigger trade here. Let's open. It's over here. Let's open this up. So I said the SPY needs to break below 188 and base below that point. Well, but I also said the weaker it seems towards that price point, the weaker, meaning that if it doesn't have a lot of power towards that, the odds will favor the bulls. Now, my plan specifically gave the big hint that, hey, it's not going. And the stock that I was talking about, by the way, was Google. Okay, so I was looking at Google and a few other stocks, and I was saying, look, Google was set up to break down, okay, but it couldn't. It could not confirm my breakdown numbers. And again, I thought that was bullish, right? This is, again, not only do I make plans, but I'm looking at things beyond what you're seeing on the SPY chart. How are a lot of stocks acting? And why aren't certain stocks that should be breaking down in a so-called negative market not breaking down? So this is the kind of analysis I bring to the table, people. Okay, so I thought this was important to explain. That's what I about. So let's take a look at some of my some ideas I had. Now, Netflix here. That was something that if we look at the I've also made a, by the way, just click on this and check out my well, I'll tell you what, let's load this one. So I made an update on the SPY saying that if we simply crack above 2180, we should test 204, 205 area. And basically the why I'm saying that is based on Netflix and a lot of other things I'm seeing in my scans, that there's a lot of power and the market wants higher. I'm seeing this in my scans and setups and stuff like that. And so again, I posted this plan. If we look on Power Trigger Trade here, I posted this on Power Trigger Trade on the October the 8th at this time. Okay, and then this one I posted on Power Plan Trades, the Netflix trade. Again, I have plans, and this actually worked out very well. Well, I talked about using the October 09 110 calls or the October 16, so one week out. Of course, these are more expensive, but they were still very affordable. And that this needed to break above 110. Now, because of the SPY being a little bit choppy and pulling back, what happened was this created a second signal. And when we broke up, if we look at the charts on Netflix, let's bring the Netflix chart, NFLX. And if I put up a 10-minute chart, I want to show you this, what happened. So what happened was Netflix was confirming in the morning, and then because of the SPY, they pulled it back. So we had to exit. But if we look at this, we come back up here to the 110 area, right? And we based, see, and then we showed power again. There was a signal to go long this stock, and we made some nice money in this. And most likely the stock is going higher, but that's despite the point. But what I'm saying is that this was a little bit tricky, and it's usually not like that. Let's go back to the Netflix trade. But what I'm trying to point out is that there was a plan of action. Press pause and then read it. And so what I do is I make these plans. A lot of people just guess numbers, and I talk about volume. And I looked at 700. Now 700K on a 10-minute chart. Now let me explain that while I'm doing this video. So if we look at a 10-minute chart, did Netflix show stuff like that? Well, you can look at that on a 10-minute bar. There was three. Now, of course, you need real-time quotes to see stuff like this. But if we look, you see we had huge volume spikes. Now, way more than what I said. But in the morning, we did get a 1 million. And so this was considered good volume. Okay, it's just that they pulled this back, and it was an unusual thing. It was because the SPY had pulled. But once the SPY came and kicked back into breaking above 200, again, I explained about that. Then what happened was we then got the signal again. And it required a second signal, and it was a big move. I mean, day traders kill to make a 5-point swing that easily. It wasn't exactly 5-point you would catch. You would probably be catching it in around this area over here. But anyways, despite the point. But this is the kind of things I do. They are plans. And the reason why I have all these rules are to avoid false moves. So this SPY was, again, a SPY was a big type of trade. Now let me see here. What do I want to talk about here? While the market was bearish, I was looking for. I was noticing a lot of the shorts weren't really working too far. This guild trade worked out, for about a day or so. So that was another sign to me how they didn't really want to break this down too much. But this did work. As the day that we confirmed. Now this was made on the 25th of September. So if we go to the chart over here. Let me go to the daily chart over here, and let's bring up that guild chart. So the 25th of September, as you can see, we did break down, and I don't know if we can go far back in 10-minute chart here, but to the instructions of what I said, let's go. So what date was it the 25th here? Guild. So I said, yeah, this was the 25th. So if we go to the 26th day, right? So here's it was the 25th, right? So we go to the 20th. Well, it was really, this is the Monday, right? So the 25th, when I posted that was based on the 25th. So as you can see, on this first 10-minute bar, there was 2 million, right? So there's the signal. So it confirmed to my thing, and we got a nice push lower. It didn't last. It pushed. It didn't last very long. Again, that was one of the reasons. It was a short though, but but it was a profitable trade. Sometimes trades don't work that long, right? But as a day trade, the market was really choppy back then. That's when the market was getting ready to go up. So shorts weren't working as well. Certain shorts weren't working as well, and the same certain stocks that are supposed to go lower didn't work. But if we look at my my instructions here, Gill needs to break below 99 at this point in time. Make sure base is below that point, or look how this acts between 99 towards 98. Well, it went really quickly, and again, it had a lot of volume patterns. Okay, so I just got out of that NFX trade. I mean that Gill trade. I also talked about VRTX. Now this one here, again, was a short. So this one short did work. This was a bit farther out. This worked a lot better. Again, as you can see, I make plans, and they have to. I talk about volume, and now this one here was tricky, and it wasn't. You would not be able to get in at 123. But the options that I was talking about, they gained this amount. It's just that there was a lot of spreads, and you had to buy lower, and probably in around the 120 area, as it was very clear. And then this stock, of course, VRTX went down lower. So let's go to the daily chart here, and go to VRTX. Code 77B. Okay. And you can see that on the 25th we're talking about was the where is it here? September. No, what day was that? That wasn't based on the September the 5th here. VRTX. Sorry, September the 18th close. That's what I mean. A minute. See, there it is. September the 18th close. So I'm confusing myself. So there, I knew that because it didn't make sense. Going what? So September the 18th close, which was the Friday. So on the Monday, as you see, the stock confirmed, and we had a strong push lower. Again, these are plans. Okay, the volume did come in later on. You had to pay lower. And that option did go up, but it was a very high spread. It was a very tricky stock. But again, these are plans. No one. By the way, no one needs to take these trades. These are plans. And let's go back. And they're important plans, right? And again, there's a lot of trades. I'm not going to go into I haven't been doing posting a lot of trades here. Mostly it's been on power plant trades. But what happens is, and then again, I make even trades like plans like Costco. This I didn't take the patience, but as you can see, I make well thought out plans because I'm thinking of a real big picture direction, just like I did with the SPY. These are big things here. So stay tuned for more great ideas on power plant trades. I'm just for people who are watching this video now. We're going to go on to power plant trades. I want to show you something here. So I did an update on Apple here, just about that was some because right now it's making this video on Friday here, but in the evening I posted this this trade here. I want to show this here. I haven't posted something, but I said. Apple, I'm looking for this to make a good move soon. Strong support is 106 area. The October 23 112 calls are good to use here, as these can gain 600% from here if this can break up into the 120 to 122 area from here. Apple, I'm looking for this to break above the 110. Now today this confirmed, by the way, so you can see now. You can press pause and you could read what I'm saying here. But these are plans, and this is what I'm doing, and this trade already worked out very well. People were very bearish Apple. So again, this is something I'm doing before most people are moving. It's again, this is based on my scans that I look at. It's a proprietary charting that I do. So And I give these plans. Everything's a plan. I'm not going to go into all the things I've been talking about here on power plan trades, but you can go and read it yourself when you become a follower. Now, how do you become a follower on power plan trades? Code 99A. Basically, what you need to do is you basically want to have a profile pic, okay? And that profile pic has to be of stock charts, success, or a picture of yourself. And you want to have that profile pic for both a StockTwits account and a Twitter account, okay? And I'll show you why. On StockTwits, what I want my regular followers to do is to make comments. So like you see at this SPY chart here, what you follow, when I do post stuff on Power Trigger Trade, stuff that you witness from Power Plan Trades, right? So you're going to be joining the group Power Plan Trades. The stuff you witness on Power Plan Trades are these charts that I post on StockTwits. People make comments, and this is not going down. Boy, oh boy. So you make comments. As you can see, you're just making comments. Boy, sometimes the internet. Let me press pause here. All right. So basically, what we do is we make comments. A better example of some comments. Let's see here. I've been posting. Let's take a look at this one here. Great chart in the trade. Trigger numbers and plan work out well. So on and so forth. So everybody makes comments, basically, or whatever you feel. I missed the trade, and basically that's what you want to be. So as a chart witness follower, you're always looking to make some comments, and you want to be active regularly, preferably on a daily basis. It takes about 30 seconds to do that. And then what you can also do is you make likes. So what I want people to do, so if you are serious, and if you're serious about the market, you should be able to make comments, especially when I post things. Whenever I post them or something that you witness, and you make a comment, as soon as possible as you can. And at the same time on Twitter, okay, you got to have the same profile pic. You notice I have the same profile pic on Twitter. So I have 3 accounts: the Power Trigger Trade and the Power Plan Trades on Twitter, which is a locked account. Okay. Basically, what you do are retweets of that same. So for example, these get posted on both. It automatically goes from my from StockTwits to Twitter, and you hit this retweet button, and you can make a quick comment. And then you hit retweet, and then you retweet the chart on Twitter. So you do that, and you hit favorite. So basically, that's about all I expect my followers to do. You're making comments when I post stuff on Power Trigger Trade, on StockTwits, and Power Trigger Trade on Twitter. On Power Plan Trades, we don't talk about anything until I post the charts on Power Trigger Trade. Okay, and I have what I have. So that's it. So basically, you have to have a profile pic, like I explained, and you want to be active, and you want to be serious in the market. Like if you're not watching the market on a daily basis, I would suggest not to bother becoming a member, because if you want to succeed in this market, you need to look at stuff every day. The market changes all the time. Just in September the 30th, people were as bearish as hell. Let's take a look at September the 30th SPY, right? And you had to be prepared to be able to catch. And there's been a lot of stocks that that were going up, and not just Netflix. A lot of counter trend. And if you're not prepared to have the right psychological ideas of what to do, you miss this huge move, right? People were looking to short at 200. On my scans, I was pretty sure that we're going to break up even higher. And then as you can see, here on, if you look at my update for this on October the 8th, sometime, man, I tell you, so slow, this internet. I know I have high speed here. Anyways, I said that if it cracks, so I'm already planning on higher because this is based on the thing. These are plans, and I explain why I'm doing that. But it's really a lot to do with my plan. So what I'm saying is the market changes. Can the market start to go down again? Sure, it can. But I won't know that until I see more statistical data. And on a day-to-day basis, I'm looking at all these things. How many negative? How many stocks want to look like they want to break down? How many want to break up? How many are confirming? How many are not? So there's a process to all this, right? And what I do is I try to make plans that are very profitable. And again, nobody needs to take the trades, but what you are is a witness. You're a stock chart witness. You're witnessing these plans. This Costco plan I had up as well, and I never bothered with this. It took too long, but it did make a great move, Costco, right? And again, this was in that time frame, and that's like I had this bullish ideas, but it was more waiting for the confirmation, everything, even before the 28th. Because stocks like Costco, again, I look at a lot of factors. This isn't, a negative market to drop. Certain stocks should act weaker, and even this, as you can see, when we have a negative drop, everything gets killed, right? But why is it that the SPY is trying to go lower, or seem like it wants to go lower, sucking in more bears? Is what I figured it was. It was a bear trap, and exactly what I said, by the way, people. That's exactly what I said on the SPY. Bear trap. And you know what? That's exactly what it was. And this is analysis, right? Day traders can't do this. This is the kind of $1,000,000 mind here. Okay, when you really make real directional moves, right? Can you imagine you can use this with day trading skills? I mean, I day trade some of my ideas can be used, and I hold key core positions. So there's so many ways to make money. But right now, all I'm doing on Power Plan Trades is really showcasing plans called Power Plan Trades. You're witnessing that and you're making comments. If you really like what I do, what you're going to do is you're going to follow me on Power Trigger Trade. You're going to send me a message and you're going to say, I want to become a chart witness follower. Okay? Then I'm going to message you back. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to message you back and I'm going to ask you some questions. From there, I'm going to then give you the okay to send me a request on Power Plan Trades on Twitter, and boom, you're a member. So that's all it is. So basically, send me a message that you want to be a follower, that you're serious about the markets, and you're going to be making comments and you're going to be active, like I explained. And basically, I'm going to message you back. And I'm going to ask you some questions, and then once you pass the test, I'm going to basically ask you to send me a link, and I'm going to put you into Power Plan Trades, and you become a special chart witness follower. Because let me tell you, people are really lazy out there. People are really lazy out there, and that's why I do this. I find that I want to create a different environment on StockTwits, and I've had a lot of experience. There's a lot of lazy people. They come and go. So this is what I'm making it difficult to become a special follower on Power Plan Trades. Everybody can follow what's happening, what we've done, but if they want to see it or get involved in this and get into the trades firsthand, you need to become a member. Thanks for listening. Like the video.